Hey guys, I'm at the studio again, and I just wanted to go over some of this CorEx exercises. It's great for real functional use, getting back to work around the house, around the yard. If you do a lot of moving stuff, picking up children, really any kind of twisty movement throughout your day. This is gonna really help you be stronger and allow you to do more, which is always better. So you don't have to take breaks when you're actually doing that work around the house, yard work, and your job might be a lot of manual labor as well. So we're gonna start off with just the fisherman cast, okay? So we're gonna face away, and we're just gonna keep that core nice and tight. We want our feet planted in the ground, and we're just gonna press our right arm forward, okay? So it is kind of like a little tricep extension, but we want to get that nice little arc like we are casting, our fishing line out there. So we're just gonna go across on the right side, really work on control. So with my left arm, I'm actually bringing it in. So to do that, I'm squeezing down on my back, and then I'm pressing forward with that arm. So both arms are doing opposite movements on the bar to kind of get it accomplished, okay? So we are pulling with the left arm and pushing with the right, kind of simultaneously. That's a hard word for me to say. So pushing with the right arm, pulling with the left at the same time. So we can really pick that speed up and get more of a rock in, but going nice and controlled, keeping that core tight, feet nice and firm on the ground. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure those feet are super stable. If they're not stable, then you're not going to be able to push through with this resistance band, okay? So that was to the right. Let's go ahead and flip it over to our offside. So we're going to cast from the left. So we have our right arm pulling, our left arm is pushing forward. Our feet are firmly planted on the ground. Knees bend just a little bit. Core super engaged, up nice and tall. And control. You start to lose control, it's going to be all over the place. We want it to be nice and smooth. A little rock, abs are tight. I would set a timer on these exercises, go for about 30-45 seconds. As long as you're controlling the bar and the resistance band, you can kind of pick that pace up as fast as you want to, okay? So now let's do the reverse fisherman cast. So we're gonna go from the right side. So here our right arm is pulling back, our left arm is pushing forward. And we wanna take this point on the bar up high and then push our left hand almost where our right hand starts in space is where that's gonna finish. We wanna keep our back nice and straight. We're pulling that right arm back, gonna really feel it in the upper back there. We have this staggered stance, left foot's forward, and where our hips are open to where we're bringing the fishing pole back, just like so. You go lower on the bar, it's gonna be a lot harder, okay? You're gonna be stronger, have more leverage, but that is gonna be harder, so grip it up a little bit tighter to start. That's where you're gonna wanna be. So now let's switch to the offside. So going to the left hand. Left hand's up high, right hand down low. We want to have a nice strong base of support so our feet are firmly planted into the ground. We're going to get that fishing pole up high, bring the point back. Our right hand goes to where our left hand was just at. Take it forward, abs tight. You can get some slack there, but you don't want a whole lot of jerk. You want to be nice and smooth and keep that constant tension kind of in your low back, your core, your shoulders, really everything. That's what's great about these exercises is They are really functional. They do translate to so many different things that you can do in real life. Next is just gonna be a chest press. So we're gonna get lined up straight on the pole. We're gonna have our feet nice and firm, and we're just gonna turn and twist here. Punch that right arm forward. So here, we get a little twist action with the core. We can step away further if we need more weight to push through, more weight to turn through for our abs, nice and tight. That bar, the further it is from our chest, we might need to step back if we go straight. The further it is from our chest, the harder that's gonna be. So you wanna start nice and close. You can take it away about 6, 12 inches, turn into it, and then press away. Toes stay pointing forward the whole time. Flip it around, get lined up. You wanna be straight coming off of your anchor point, your pole, so that tube is nice and straight. That bar, pretty even there. I'm gonna squat down, good base of support, turn and punch. Keeping those abs tight. Stabilizing your back, feet firmly planted into the ground. Feeling this everywhere. Your arms stay nice and strong. We want to keep that bar the same distance from our chest the whole time. So whether that's 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, that's kind of where we want to be. So that was chest press. We're going to go into canoe paddles, okay? So I'm going to hold it upside down. It's better if we slide our band down just a little bit. So, canoe paddles. We're lined up. We're gonna paddle on the right side, okay? So we find that tension that we wanna play with. Here we're gonna have just a little slight staggered stance. You can go a big one if you want to. You can stay square on this as well. So, we're just going to pull the bottom side of this, the right side, down. Keep our chest up nice and tall. Feet firmly planted on the ground. Our left arm is pushing forward. Our right arm is pulling back and down. We want to just keep that in a straight line to start. As you get comfortable with it, you can get more of that rock and that twist and a little circular rotation like you're really paddling water here. Feet stay nice and strong. You want to make sure when you come through, you don't let it jerk you forward, okay? So nice and smooth to start, little circles, and then you can go really fast. Switch it over to the left side, left hand on the bottom, feet firmly planted on the ground. Our anchor point is directly in front. We're gonna pull down with the left arm and push the right arm forward. Nice and straightforward to get the rhythm, to get our muscles engaged. And then we can get that little circle going. And if you wanted to go backwards, you gotta turn that canoe around. You're just always doing opposite motions with each arm. So if your left arm is pulling, your right arm is pushing. You want to try to keep that tension pretty equal, although here my right arm isn't going to feel a lot because the resistance is in that left arm. So I have to really engage my core here. That's the trick. And backwards. Again, I can stagger that stance so my hips are more open. I have more room to swing through. All right, so that's a few different exercises. If you have one of these CorEx functional trainers at home, I use them with my clients all the time. So if you're interested in checking it out and getting better for those functional tasks that you do around the house or at your job, then just hit me up.